Do you believe our world is the only one? What if hidden portals existed all around us, passages to parallel dimensions or alternative realities? Places where the laws of physics are challenged and the secrets of the universe are revealed. Get ready for a journey into the mysteries of portals to other worlds, where science, legends, and the unknown meet. If you liked our content, subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell to continue exploring the greatest mysteries of the universe. Throughout history, humanity has been fascinated by the idea that portals to other worlds exist. Mysterious places where the boundaries between dimensions break down, connecting our reality to something much larger, something we can't even fully comprehend. For many, these portals are just legends or stories created to explain the unexplainable, but accounts around the world suggest they may be more real than we imagine. The Bermuda Triangle, for example, is one of the most famous locations associated with this idea. Located in the Atlantic Ocean, between Bermuda, Miami, and Puerto Rico, this area has been the scene of numerous unexplained disappearances of ships and airplanes. Among the most emblematic cases is Flight 19, a squadron of 5 military aircraft that disappeared in 1945. Pilots reported that their instruments were out of control and that the ocean seemed different before losing contact. No wreckage was found, and a rescue mission sent shortly after also vanished without a trace. For skeptics, the Bermuda Triangle can be explained by natural factors, such as sudden storms and magnetic anomalies. But for others, the location is a dimensional portal, an opening to a parallel world that swallows everything that enters its area of influence. Another location that fuels these theories is the imposing Mount Shasta in California. This extinct volcano is a central point for numerous stories about portals and supernatural phenomena. Accounts from residents and visitors speak of strange lights dancing in the sky, unexplained sounds coming from the mountain's interior, and, in some cases, encounters with luminous humanoid figures that disappear before their eyes. Some legends suggest that Mount Shasta is the entrance to Lemuria, a mythical city of an advanced civilization that took refuge in the depths of the earth. Spiritual and mystical explorers believe that certain rock formations in the area serve as markers for portals that open only to those spiritually prepared. Meanwhile, across the globe, the deep waters of Lake Baikal in Russia are also surrounded by stories of portals and unexplained phenomena. This is the deepest lake in the world, and what it hides in its depths is the subject of many theories. In 1982, Russian military divers reported a frightening encounter with giant humanoid beings, equipped with metallic suits, moving with impressive agility underwater. When the divers tried to capture them, a mysterious force pushed them away, resulting in serious injuries and deaths. Reports of strange lights emerging from the water and unidentified flying objects flying over the lake are also common. Many believe that Lake Baikal may hide an entrance to another world, perhaps even to an extraterrestrial base, protected by forces we don't yet understand. In the vast Gobi Desert, which crosses China and Mongolia, the stories of portals are as old as the desert itself. Nomadic peoples of the region speak of hidden caves that lead to parallel realms, accessible only during certain astronomical conditions. Modern explorers have reported bizarre phenomena, such as distortions in time, entire days that seem to last minutes, and vice versa, and the appearances of human figures that disappeared as they approached. In addition, the desert has regions where compasses and electronic equipment malfunction inexplicably, leading many to believe that magnetic vortices may be present, perhaps functioning as natural portals to other dimensions. In Brazil, the Devil's Cave in São Paulo carries stories of portals that connect the physical world to the spiritual one. Indigenous peoples who inhabited the region believed that the cave was a portal to the spirit world, and local legends say that only the courageous and pure of heart could enter without being consumed by supernatural forces. Modern visitors report feelings of disorientation, as if space and time within the cave were different from the outside world. Mysterious sounds, such as flutes and laughter, echo from inaccessible places, increasing the mystery of the location. Some believe that the cave is guarded by entities that control the entry and exit through the portal, ensuring that only those destined to cross the barrier can do so. Even modern science is beginning to explore, albeit theoretically, the idea of portals. Quantum physics suggests that the existence of parallel universes, the so-called multiverse, may be real. Experiments in cutting-edge laboratories, such as those conducted at the Large Hadron Collider, are investigating the possibility of creating microscopic breaches between dimensions. If these portals can be artificially generated, there is also the possibility that there are points on Earth where the barriers between dimensions are naturally thinner. This would explain why certain places, such as the Bermuda Triangle or Lake Baikal, seem to be associated with unexplained phenomena. For many scientists, it is still too early to say anything for sure, but the implications of such discoveries would be revolutionary. One of the locations that best illustrates this idea of interdimensional portals is Skinwalker Ranch in the United States. Located in the state of Utah, the ranch is a true epicenter of unexplained phenomena. Reports of luminous portals appearing in the sky or on the ground are common, often accompanied by sightings of strange creatures that seem to emerge from these openings. Witnesses have described how the portals seem to open and close in seconds, often revealing landscapes completely different from anything on Earth. A notable case involves a team of researchers who saw a portal open and a humanoid figure emerge from it before disappearing into the desert. These events challenge scientific understanding, but also reinforce the idea that portals to other worlds may be a reality. The phenomena recorded in places like Skinwalker Ranch and the Bermuda Triangle not only fuel theories of interdimensional portals but also raise questions about what may exist on the other side. What happens when something or someone crosses these portals? Would this person be traveling to a parallel dimension, to an extraterrestrial world, or even to a place completely beyond our understanding? Many theorists suggest that these portals may not only be entrances to other worlds, but also two-way streets, allowing entities and objects from other dimensions to enter our reality. At Skinwalker Ranch, for example, there are reports of livestock mutilations that defy logic. Animals are found with surgical precision cuts that no known technology can replicate, and these mutilations are often associated with sightings of strange lights in the sky or mysterious figures emerging from portals. Scientists who investigated the ranch reported that the portals often appeared accompanied by electromagnetic anomalies, interfering with their equipment. These pieces of evidence lead us to believe that portals may be more common than we imagine, but rarely visible to the naked eye or detectable without specialized technology. Another fascinating aspect of these portals is how they have been described in ancient cultures. In the traditions of the Mayan people, for example, certain places were considered portals to the world of the gods or to the underworld. The temples and pyramids often aligned with specific stars suggest an advanced knowledge of the times and places where these passages could be opened. Similarly, in Amazonian tribes, shamans report journeys to realms of light during rituals with entheogenic substances. For them, these experiences are not just visions, but real journeys to other dimensions, where they come into contact with spiritual beings or higher intelligences. Mount Shasta, in California, offers another example of how mysticism and unexplained phenomena intertwine. Spiritual travelers who visit the location speak of feelings of transcendence, as if the space around them were lighter. Some even report having experienced time displacements or visions of landscapes that do not correspond to the physical reality of the mountain. Could this be an indication that interdimensional portals not only exist but also affect the perception of space and time? Science, despite being cautious, does not completely rule out the idea of portals. String theory and the multiverse hypothesis suggest that multiple dimensions beyond the four we experience, height, width, depth, and time, may exist. These extra dimensions, if accessible, could explain many of the phenomena we associate with portals. For example, a portal could be a fold between two dimensions, allowing objects or beings to move instantly from one point to another without traversing traditional space. This idea is widely explored in science fiction, but it also has roots in serious studies conducted by theoretical physicists. Lake Baikal, in Russia, continues to be one of the most intriguing locations when it comes to aquatic portals. Fishermen's accounts of luminous spheres emerging from the water or ships disappearing without a trace add an extra layer of mystery. In 1977, a scientific expedition found unexplained formations at the bottom of the lake, such as geometric structures that appeared artificial. Although these discoveries have not been officially confirmed, they fuel the idea that Lake Baikal may hide something far beyond its physical depth. For proponents of portal theories, these structures could be entrances to a parallel underwater world, perhaps accessible only to beings who have already mastered this technology. Another intriguing question is, how are these portals activated? In many accounts, there is a pattern of natural events or specific conditions that precede the opening of a portal. In the Bermuda Triangle, for example, geomagnetic storms and magnetic anomalies are often cited. At Skinwalker Ranch, intense lights and changes in electromagnetic energy precede the most bizarre events. These patterns suggest that portals may depend on specific environmental factors to manifest, which would explain their rarity and the difficulty of scientifically studying them. However, the most frightening aspect of these portals is not their existence, but what may traverse them. Stories of mysterious disappearances, such as those of airplanes and ships in the Bermuda Triangle, suggest that crossing a portal may not be a safe experience. In addition, there are accounts of people who returned after claiming to have crossed a portal, describing worlds that defy any description. Some speak of surreal landscapes where the laws of physics do not apply, while others describe encounters with entities that seem conscious and intelligent, but completely alien in their nature. These accounts raise profound questions about the limits of our understanding of the universe. Are we living in just one of many possible realities? And if these portals were paths to explore these realities, would we be prepared to deal with the consequences? Science is still far from answering these questions, but each new account, each new discovery, brings us a little closer to understanding this mystery. As we delve deeper into the accounts of portals to other worlds, we find a pattern that connects seemingly unrelated phenomena in different parts of the world. These portals, if they exist, are not just entrances or exits, they seem to have a direct impact on the reality around them. For example, in places like Skinwalker Ranch and Mount Shasta, there are reports of changes in time and space. People describe feeling that time slowed down or sped up at specific moments, while others report having traveled distances that would seem impossible in such a short time. This suggests that portals may not only connect two places or dimensions, but also distort the perception of reality itself. The phenomenon of time distortion is also widely reported in the Bermuda Triangle. In one documented case, pilot Bruce Jernon described an experience where his plane entered an unusual cloud formation that seemed to have a tunnel in the center. As he passed through this formation, he noticed that all his instruments were out of control. When he finally emerged from the cloud, he discovered that he had traveled over 150 kilometers in minutes, something that would be impossible under normal conditions. He described the experience as passing through a time tunnel. For many, this is an example of how portals can be more than just passages, they can act as shortcuts that defy the known laws of physics. Another fascinating element about these portals is how they seem to be connected to locations rich in geological energy. Mount Shasta, for example, is located in a region of intense seismic and volcanic activity. Many believe that this natural energy can help create or sustain interdimensional portals. Similarly, Lake Baikal is located in one of the most unstable tectonic areas in Russia, and the Gobi Desert is known for having unusual magnetic fields that confuse even the most modern instruments. This connection between geological energy and unexplained phenomena suggests that certain places on Earth may serve as natural access points to other dimensions. In Brazilian indigenous culture, this connection between the earth and the spiritual is frequently mentioned in legends about sacred places. The Devil's Cave, in São Paulo, is an example of this. According to accounts, indigenous peoples believed the cave was protected by ancestral spirits, who controlled who could pass to the other side. Modern explorers frequently report sensations of lost time and space inside the cave, as if the tunnels extended beyond what should be possible. Others describe hearing flute music and laughter, but never find the source of these sounds. This raises the question, are these phenomena caused by natural forces or something far more complex and unknown? Modern science, though skeptical of supernatural accounts, is beginning to explore concepts that might support these ideas. Quantum physics, for example, suggests that subatomic particles can exist in multiple states at the same time, a phenomenon known as superposition. This idea has been proven in experiments showing how particles can disappear from one place and reappear instantly in another. If this can occur on a subatomic scale, some scientists theorize that the same principle could be applied on a much larger scale, creating portals or shortcuts through space and time. However, these theories raise more questions than answers. If portals truly exist, who or what controls them? Are they spontaneous natural phenomena, or is there an intelligence behind them? Accounts of humanoid figures associated with portals, such as the beings found in Lake Baikal, suggest that perhaps we are not the only ones aware of their existence. Some paranormal researchers believe that these portals may be monitored or even manipulated by extraterrestrial or interdimensional beings, who use these passages to interact with our world. The psychological impact of portals is also an intriguing area. In many accounts, people who claim to have crossed a portal or experienced its proximity often describe intense feelings of fear, euphoria, or even peace. It's as if these portals not only connect worlds but also interact with the consciousness of those who experience them. At Mount Shasta, for example, visitors report feelings of spiritual elevation or mental clarity at specific points on the mountain. Similarly, in the Gobi Desert, modern travelers say they have experienced vivid dreams and visions after passing through certain areas. Are these effects merely products of the human mind, or do portals truly have the power to influence our mental state? The idea of portals also challenges our understanding of how the universe works. If they exist, this suggests that space and time are not as linear or fixed as we think. They may be more like a complex tapestry, full of knots and folds that allow for unexpected connections. This opens fascinating, yet frightening, possibilities. What happens when a portal opens in a densely populated area? Could something dangerous cross over to our side? And if what we already consider unexplained, like mysterious disappearances and sightings of strange creatures, is simply the result of interactions with these other realities? Each location mentioned, whether the Bermuda Triangle, Lake Baikal, Mount Shasta, or Skinwalker Ranch, is a piece of a larger puzzle. They represent points of intersection where the natural and supernatural seem to collide. And as we explore these mysteries, we are forced to confront the possibility that our world may not be as isolated as we imagine. Perhaps we are living in a small bubble of reality, surrounded by other dimensions that, from time to time, leave their portals open, inviting us to explore, or warning us to keep our distance. As we delve deeper into this subject, we find a fascinating point. Portals to other worlds not only challenge known laws of physics but also question how we perceive reality. Many accounts suggest that, when crossing or approaching a portal, the individual experiences changes in perception. In some cases, witnesses speak of a sense of emptiness, as if sound, light, and even the air around them become suspended. This description is common in locations like the Bermuda Triangle and Mount Shasta, where people have reported moments of complete disconnection, followed by visions or intense sensations. In the Gobi Desert, caves associated with local legends also carry similar accounts. Modern explorers mention losing track of time and space when entering certain areas. Some more recent stories talk about people disappearing for hours and reappearing confused, often with no memory of what happened. This alludes to ancient stories told by monks, who believed these portals connected the physical world to spiritual realms. Are these events an example of interaction between dimensions? Or simply a psychological effect caused by isolation and extreme desert conditions? A recurring element in stories about portals is sound. In Lake Baikal, for example, fishermen speak of bell-like or whistling sounds that seem to emanate from beneath the water. Some even reported hearing something they described as a metallic clang, as if there was an active construction in the lake's depths. At Mount Shasta, harp music or celestial choirs are reported by people meditating in the region. At Skinwalker Ranch, the sound is far more aggressive, roars, crackles, and high-pitched buzzing, often accompanied by unexplained lights. These sounds not only defy explanation but also reinforce the idea that these portals may be more than simple physical anomalies, they may be points of interaction between different frequencies or energies. The nature of portals also makes us question their function. Are they there by chance, as natural phenomena, or are they created with purpose? The idea that advanced civilizations, whether from other planets or dimensions, could build portals is intriguing. Many believe that locations like Lake Baikal or the Bermuda Triangle could serve as bases or entryways for these beings, allowing them to observe or interact with Earth undetected. This would explain the reports of UFO sightings in these locations, often associated with lights that vanish in seconds, as if absorbed by the air itself. A frequently overlooked detail in these phenomena is the environmental impact. In locations like the Bermuda Triangle, besides disappearances, there are reports of sudden changes in water temperature and ocean current behavior. At Skinwalker Ranch, there are records of soil alterations, such as burns or strange geometric patterns that appear after portal sightings. At Mount Shasta, the vegetation around the points of greatest activity seems denser and more vibrant, as if influenced by some kind of energy. These effects suggest that portals not only interact with humans but also with the physical environment around them. Accounts of unexplained disappearances are also deeply connected to the idea of portals. In the Bermuda Triangle, stories like that of the USS Cyclops, a U.S. Navy ship that vanished in 1918 with 309 crew members, fuel theories that portals might be responsible for these disappearances. In some cases, the missing reappear, but with memory gaps or telling stories so bizarre that they defy any rational explanation. A famous example is the case of people who claim to have reappeared miles away from where they were, without any plausible means of doing so. Are these events evidence of portals that not only connect places but also manipulate space and time? Furthermore, we cannot ignore the cultural impact of these phenomena. Portals to other worlds are recurring themes in mythologies around the globe. In Scandinavia, the legends of elves speak of passages connecting our world to theirs, often located in specific hills or rock formations. In India, portals are frequently associated with sacred places, where devotees can connect with spiritual realms. This consistency across different cultures and eras suggests that the idea of portals is not just a modern invention, but something that has accompanied humanity for centuries. Finally, the question remains, are we ready to explore these mysteries more deeply? With advancements in science and growing curiosity about unexplained phenomena, perhaps we are closer than ever to discovering the truth. However, this exploration also carries risks. What might we unleash by crossing a portal? And, perhaps more importantly, what could cross over to our side? These questions continue to fuel our fascination, but also our fear, reinforcing that portals to other worlds are more than enigmas, they are a reminder that we still know very little about the universe and our place in it. If you've been fascinated by this topic, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and leave us a comment in the comments section about which mysterious portal or location most sparked your curiosity. Together, we'll continue exploring the greatest enigmas of our universe.